You could spice it all up if you want to. Give you and your guests a big bonfire in your ass. Carnitas means little meat. You know what that means from when I was very young? Down below. God didn't give me a Cadillac. He gave me a Toyota Camry. Lightly used. All it is a braised pork butt. You can use carnitas anywhere in Latin American or Tex-Mex cuisine that you'd use any other meat. This is one of the more laid-back recipes in terms of spices. You could easily get away with using just plain old run-of-the-mill taco seasoning. But I have an assload surplus of spices in my cabinet I'd like to use. Epazote? What in the heck is epazote? I have no idea. All I know is it's been in my spice cabinet for the past quarter century. Epazote is native to Mexico and Guatemala. It's also known as Mexican tea. It tastes a little bit like oregano and anise, also known as basically licorice. So it's very medicinal. Its literal translation in English is stinky sweat. It also goes by the names goosefoot and skunkweed. Can you smoke it? Some of these spices have been in my cabinet since 2000. We're talking 20th century. They're taking up too much space, and I get tired of staring at them every damn day. They're like old nagging wives. They're doing a lot of dust collecting and not a lot of flavor giving. Sometimes people give me their spice racks when they go to live abroad. New Zealand got this girl, but I got her spices. I guarantee this seafood spice is at least 20 years old. I'm sure it's still a little spicy, but the seafood after 20 years makes me a little nervous. Ah, fuck. You're going to want to season these bits of butt very liberally. And by liberally, I mean pile it on. You want to get this mixed up really good. The onions, the jalapeno, and all the spices. Traditionally, carnitas are braised in lard or sometimes bacon grease, or even vegetable oil. I'm using shortening, about a quart or enough to cover the cubes of pork. You want to melt your lard or shortening in this case, and then put in your butt and all your onions and jalapenos and spices. You could also use a crock pot if you wanted to, but I go with the old Dutch oven. It's extremely cheap, it freezes well, it's very flavorful, it's versatile, it just takes a little time and a pot. You want to cook this at around 225 degrees. And there's really no way to overcook it. You can spice it all up if you want to, give you and your guests a little bit of that ass fire. This butt is marbled and it will be extremely unctuous. Frankly, I just like saying, "Butt, get your butt in here." This is a one-step cooking process, a braise, but there is one last step in a fairly hot skillet. Give it a good smash down to create a nice little crust. You could add a little extra hot spice if you want to set ablaze to your nasty little two-hole. Every once in a blue moon, I'll make a quick on-the-fly pico de gallo with odds and ends I might have in my fridge. White onion, scallions, red onions, black olives, cilantro, a little garlic powder, and olive oil is all I had, and it works well enough for me. We all can't be little picky bitches. You could also add a little more spice if you want to start some ass fire. You'll be begging for a good bidet. Finish off with a little sprinkling of queso blanco, and there you go.